Well, we know the technology is moving along quickly, but will traffic move along quickly when these cars are sharing the roads with us? That is the question that one scientist looked into. His name is Ken Labordeaux. He is the senior principal scientist for Toyota's North American team. And in an interview with Bloomberg, he said the self-driving car could create a dynamic in our culture similar to what we saw after World War II. That's when big, smooth highways were designed and made longer commutes bearable. And what happened was there was a sudden increase in people taking to the roads, wanting to drive out of town, and he thinks that's going to happen with this movement. But there are those who are more optimistic about the self-driving push, saying that these cars will be more environmentally friendly. They'll be, it might get to the point where these cars will actually have their own lanes that are more narrower than the current vehicles that we use.
Google's trying to push things forward as quickly as possible, and that's mainly from the perspective of both the legal side of things, but also they're trying to entice automakers, they're trying to entice engineers, they're trying to entice people and prove that this is something that can be done.
Now, Labordeaux says many cities are experiencing a rebirth of sorts, and that traveling may look pretty attractive if sitting in a car means basically hanging out on a moving couch. And if you think about it, there are going to be a lot of people who are not able to drive currently who will be able to drive these cars. In fact, in one of Google's ads, there is a blind man behind the wheel. So I can see what this guy is saying, that more vehicles will be on the roads in theory.
I just think let's pump our brakes and slow down a bit here. Are we ready for this, really?
Well, you can't pump the brakes with this vehicle because it doesn't have any pedals.
You have no control.
But I know what you mean.
Thank you.
Hey, all I would tell you is drive around, and how many times do you see drivers who you think they should not be behind the wheel?
They're on their phone or they're, yes, I know, but this is just a little too scary, too soon.
I think it is because there is no defensive driver. You're relying completely on the car, which is fine. There have been no accidents caused by these test cars yet. However, these cars have been run into at least twice. So if you're about to be run into, can you take defensive measures? That's my question. You can't if it's a robot driver.
And so are we just so busy that we can't drive ourselves? I mean, we're so busy that we just need to sit in the car.
We're dangerous is what
relax?
it is. We would be safer with these
But we
things.
want to be able to text while we're driving.
Okay.
This allows for that.
All right, got it.
Thanks, Jeff.